I think writing has always been a part of me, maybe in ways I can't explain. You know, I'm sure some of it comes from my mother reading to me, you know, all the time when I was a child and getting me interested in stories. Not writing would be like not breathing to me. I mean, it's become such a part of me. I don't know how I would define myself without writing. I think I was drawn to World War II initially by reading the Diary of Anne Frank, which I read when I was 11 or 12. I knew I wanted to be a writer, but up until reading that book, I thought that books were for entertainment. I thought books were Nancy Drew and the Bobbsey Twins and, you know, things like that that entertained you. I didn't grasp until I read that book that books could change the world through changing how people feel and how people think. I've always been really interested in the psychological impact of the past on the present. Not just the way that the past impacts us, but the way the past impacts the way we raise our children and the way they raise their children. And you know, I think that's maybe one of the reasons why I tend to tell a lot of dual timeline stories that are set in the past and the present, because I like to see how that unfolds through the generations. I've talked to someone who said that she read one of my books and it's what got her through a stillbirth of her child. I talked to somebody who said that she was buying 4 books because I'm the only author who her family reads across 4 generations. So it was for a 13-year-old daughter, a mother, a grandmother, and an 87-year-old great-grandmother. And this was a way that their family connected. I mean, there's nothing that means more to me in my professional life than having someone come up and say something beautiful like that. I never want to forget that that's why it's important to keep doing this kind of work. When we're faced with difficulty, we find these reserves, these reservoirs of strength we didn't know we had. And I think that maybe life is about finding ways to survive, but also finding ways to be the light in the darkness, even when the darkness isn't that great. Because there are always going to be periods of darkness in our lives. There are always going to be periods of light in our lives. Finding the ability to pull your inner strength out and use it to help other people. Is something that is important as we go through our lives. You can't make all the people happy all the time. You know, as long as you're doing your best, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you're doing your best and you're doing it with kindness, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.